listen, this is what I want to happen in this room. You so are blown away by the fact that you all deserve, including myself, the wrath of God. You all deserve hell forever, and yet Jesus came and took it for you. And if you really understand that, if that really grips you and melts your heart, then what other thing's going to happen? Then you're gonna turn and treat other people with mercy. If you really get it. If you don't get it, then you won't be merciful toward other people. You'll hold it against them. You'll give them exactly what they deserve. But if you recognize that you in Jesus Christ have been given what you don't deserve, you have no choice but to look around at the people around you and go, you know what? I'm gonna treat you different. I'm gonna give you mercy where I should bring down justice on your life. See, here's what this does. This begins to make this shift in our heart when we become people defined by mercy. I'm not talking about people who do merciful acts once in a while. I'm talking about your heart and life being defined by mercy. Here's what it does. It shifts up the way you view people, because the way you view people in kind of a natural heart is that you view them as people you either like or dislike, who are jerks or geeks or arrogant, or they connect with you or they don't connect with you. This is kind of our social life. We just go through the world and we go, is that someone I like? Is that someone I like? Is that someone I can connect with? Is that someone I can connect with? These people are write-offs, these people are in, and this is how we go through life. But when the gospel changes us, something happens. Because now we begin to look at people different. Here's my example. So the house I lived at, before the house I lived at now, my neighbor was, I'm a pastor, so there's nobody that I don't like. That's your life, all right? There's people you don't like. I like everybody. But there was a neighbor that I had, and there was things that there was a disconnect. There was, we lived in this little area with this little 12 feet of space, and I got 3 kids on 3 tricycles, all right? And in that 12 feet, she's like, I don't like these little kids out in front of my house. So she put up this sign, and it said this isn't really directed toward anybody, but children on bicycles, please do not go in front of my house. And we're like, what's wrong with this lady? She was a great lady. She may listen to the podcast. She was a great lady. But so this ball went over her fence one day, and my kids were like, oh, we got to get the rubber ball back. We got to get the rubber ball back. This ball. And I said, yeah, we'll just wait till tomorrow. I'll talk to her tomorrow. It doesn't look like she's here. And it came, she did throw it back the next day, but it had a slice out of it and was flat, all right? Now, here's my natural tendency in that moment. What is my feeling toward her, man? I'm like, I want to slice your tires and take your dog without telling you, just for an hour. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to do naturally out of my natural broken heart. I want to do some stuff. Jesus says, now you're not in the world to define who you like and who you don't like. You're not in the world to bring down justice on people that you have to function at a different level now. You have to function at a level where you don't look at your neighbor like she's someone you don't like that you're gonna avoid. You have to look at your neighbor as someone who's simply lost. People who have Jesus and people who don't have Jesus. This is where the merciful heart comes in. You don't function through life and just go, you have to go, man, people are either slaves to sin, they don't know Jesus. And what am I gonna do? Am I just gonna look at them on the earthly level of personalities and say we don't connect? Or go, man, I have a mission here. I got something I actually have to accomplish here with this person, which is far deeper than whether I like her or I don't like her. Natural tendency. It's not about jerks or annoying people or losers or crazy. There's victims, there's people who don't know Jesus and people who do.